Hello and welcome back. We're finishing up walls. Now we're going to do partition walls. We just finished up the north, east, south, and west walls. So now we got is this last part of the Vatilo house, which has a garage on it. And there's a couple of considerations you have to consider in this. We'll go ahead and look at the blueprint. Okay. Now, this is the Vatilo House. This is the blueprint / survey for it. This is the north wall highlighted in blue, and this is that partition wall. And as you can see, it has an attached garage. So this area here would be a car garage, like I said, opens up into probably a kitchen or mudroom or something of that nature coming into the house. So this wall here, the north wall, let's say it was 12 degrees outside. If it's 12 degrees outside, and we're trying to heat, we want 70 degrees on the interior part of it. So this would be 12 degrees, that'd be 70 degrees. So we get that big 46 degree temperature differential in between there. And that's what we do our calculations based on, the 99 and the 1%. You know, it's basically a 30-year survey. Over the last 30 years, either 99% of the time it's been warmer than that, or 1% of the time it's been hotter than that. When you're dealing with a garage, this is an enclosed area. It's not exactly the same temperature outside. In other words, if it's 12 degrees outside of the garage and we're 70 degrees in here, this east wall would have that 46 temperature differential, but we really wouldn't have it here. Now, we would assume, since this isn't a living area, that it would be 12 degrees and you still have that same 46. But we know it's not going to be true because most of the time garages are insulated and they have a vapor barrier, although they are not sealed completely good because they're not a living area. So we're going to have a little bit of a difference there. Now the first thing we need to do is figure out how big this is. How much area do we actually have? So we're going to go to our Worksheet D here. And here you see where we finished up on the last video. So we're going to be right here, partition walls. So we're going to be on these partition walls down here, and we're going to be going, of course, left to right. Remember columns 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. We want to move left to right. So the construction, like I said, most time when they're building houses, all the walls go up at the same time, insulation goes up at the same time, and sheetrock goes up at the same time, exterior goes up at the same time. So 9 times out of 10 of these houses are all built, and it's not an add-on or anything like that. This is all the same. So we should have basically the same construction for it. We have to figure out our length and width, and we're just going to look at the original Vatilo house in Texas here. Okay, this is the original one. As you can see, same thing. It's got the 12C-2SW stucco, and instead of north, south, east, or west, they just put garage. As we can see right here, our HTM, if we go up here, heating HTM, our heating HTM and our cooling HTM, little bit difference. We got a little bit of difference here. The heating HTM, identical. Cooling, a little bit difference. Of course, this would be our net square footage and our BTUs for heating and BTUs for cooling. So we're going to take a look at that. And let's look at their Worksheet D. And this is their Worksheet D from the original one. And of course, here you go. This information up here, you get it from Worksheet A. These are your column numbers going across through here. These are your reference numbers. In other words, where do I find that information? Survey, table 4A, multiply column 2 times column 3, so on and so on. So looking down here, like I said, we got 12C-2SW stucco garage. So we'll just start working across through here, just as we did on the other one, and then we'll start looking at our actual calculations. We'll move this over here, where I can get to it real easy, and we need Worksheet D. So we can pretty much use this right here. I'm just going to copy and paste this and then change that to garage. And let's change the size on that. Let's Let's make this a little bigger so everybody at home can see it. And we'll change the font size so it fits in our spot here real nice. There we go. All right. Next is survey in feet. So now we got to figure out how long is this actual wall. So we're going to go to our survey, our blueprint, bring it up here. And I've gave you a little information down here. Like I said, this is the house construction, frame, stucco, wood studs, R2 sheathing on the outside, R13 blanket in the wall, and plasterboard on the inside. All this information is found right here. And here's our footprint. In other words, how big and long is our actual house, 40 by 30. So we know this whole wall here is 40 foot, just like here, 40 foot long, and we're 30 foot wide, so 40 foot long. But we just want to know how big is this partition wall right here. Well, it's 22 feet here for the north wall. So if we take the north wall, 22 feet times 8 foot, that's 176 square feet. And then we got our partition wall here. So if we take the total 40 foot length and subtract the 22 from it, we get 18 feet in length. So this wall is 18 feet in length. Now we do have a door right here. Now remember, the doors are only 7 foot tall, so that means we do have some area up above it, just like in a normal house, of wall and sheetrock and everything else. So we do want to calculate all the way from here all the way to here to get our gross footage. So we know our overall length is 18 feet. So 18. And then what is our average height? It has an 8 foot ceiling in here. Okay, so our total gross area is 18 times 8. 18 times 8. We get 144.00. Okay. Now next, area is opening. We do have a door. Our door is right here. It is 3 by 7 right here. And on a blueprint, like I said, this usually shows the way it swings. This door swings inward. So we got a 3 by 7 door. So 3 times 7 is 21 square feet. So we'll do 21 here. All right. And then simply all we got to do is subtract now column 4 of column 5. So 144 minus 21 equals 123 square feet. Okay. Now once again, column 7 up here is grayed out because that deals with floors. We're not dealing with floors right now, so we leave that in blank and move to the next one. Table 4A U value. Okay, so let's go to our table 4A U value. Table 4A. And of course we go down to our construction with the R13 insulation, 2x4 studs. And of course we're stucco, so we're using this bottom one down here, so that gives us a 12C-2SW, and here is our value, 0.081. Same as the rest of our walls. Okay. And now our HTD or PTHTD. So our HTD for this one right here, this is where we want to go back and forth. I'm going to close this or shrink it down out of the way for right now. We can get rid of this for now. We've done the table 4A. Let's go back to our original here. As you can see, identical. And as you can see here, identical to what the other one was. So if ours is 46, here's ours up here. Like I said, heat and temperature differential right up here at the top, 46. So that 46 is going to go right there. 46.00. Oop, my bad. Wrong spot. There we go. 46.00. There we go. Alright. Now it's the same as before. Multiply this times this to give you this. So it's going to be identical to our ones up above, 3.726. Wall group code. Let's go to that. Now in table 4A, it basically gave you the group code. If we were siding, it would be a D. If it had brick veneer on the outside, it would have been a J brick code or a wall code. But we're a D, so we're going to go to table 5A now. I'm sorry, table 4B. Table 4B. So here we go. Now this is the one where we did the walls before. So we was using this number up here. We had a CTD right up here at the top. CTD of 20, medium temperature differential. So there's 20 medium temperature differential. But instead of using wall, we're going to use partition down here. So we're going to move to the partition down here. So 15.4. So that's D code there. And 15.40 for right there. And then it's simply, as we've done before many times, basically just follow what does it say up here. It says column 8 times column 12, so this is column 8, 0.081 times, and it says column 12, so that's going to be our 15.40. And that's what we get right there. 1 point. Let me move this over here where we can keep it in sight. Okay. 1.247. If this was a 5, I would have rounded that up to 8, but since with this, we're going to keep it like that. Okay, so that's got our partition wall done. And remember, anything that's not exposed directly to the outside and there is a temperature differential between it, we're going to want to use that. All right, now, we're going to change this one here to green because it needs to go to our J1ae. So we got this, 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 and this. It needs to be transferred over to our J1ae. Let's bring it up. And here we go. So we're going to do some copying and pasting. Copy this, and that's going to go right here. We're going to go to partition walls, like I said. So we're going to partition walls down here at the base and paste it right there. Boop. Okay, and now we need some numbers down across through here. And I'm just going to move these up into that slot for right now. Make sure they fit the hole correctly. Boom. There we go. There. And it's hard to grab it. There we go. There. All right. Now we got it in. All right. Now all we got to do is transfer our numbers over. Do not forget about your total load area also. So this will be our first one. Copy. Paste. That goes there for the total square footage. And then we got our heating HTM right here. And heating HTM goes there. And cooling HTM, last one, and it goes right there. And of course, you're going to take all this number here, so I can copy this number here. And total wall area, paste it right there. Okay. So now we're ready to start doing our final calculation. I'm going to make this bigger where everybody can see it. We're going to slide it over a little bit so we can see our calculator. There we go. Alright, so now all we got to do is multiply this times our total square footage to give our HTM. So 3.726 times 123. We get 458.298. Slide that a little bit. There we go. And then we're going to do our cooling HDM times our square footage to give us our BTUs for cooling. 1.247 times 123, and we get 153.381. And there you go. And that completes all of our walls for the Vatilo house. We do not have any below grade walls right here, so we won't have to worry about that. The next thing we'll be moving to is ceilings. Well, thank you, and I'll see you there.